If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
You might wanna buckle up, baby.
Solo is one of the most iconic characters in Star Wars. But his standalone movie didn't do that well in the box office. Yes, it made $100 million, but most people are saying it bombed. So this video is going to ask the question, what went wrong?
Since when do you know how to fly? 190 years old?
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed.
Over the Memorial Day weekend, Solo was still #1 at the box office, but it came in well under the estimated $150 to $170 million that Disney projected. Solo's A Star Wars Story made about $103 million over the 4-day Memorial Day weekend. And over the 3-day weekend, Friday to Sunday, made $84 million. This is substantially less than Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, which earned about $155 million in a 3-day opening weekend. So why the lackluster performance? What went wrong? Let's go over the past. In 2015, A New Hope, well, it should have been called A New Hope, The Force Awakens made $247 million in its opening weekend, a huge number. That was followed up by Rogue One the next year with $155 million. And again, these are 3-day weekends. Then following year, we had The Last Jedi, which was a clunker of a film. I hated it, but it made $220 million over a 3-day weekend. Now, Solo only made $84 million over the 3-day weekend. That's incredibly low for a Star Wars movie. So let's look at Star Wars fatigue. Some people are saying that the audience is just tired of Star Wars movies. Let's not forget, from 2005 to 2015, that's a 10-year span where there was no Star Wars movie. And now you have a movie coming out each year. So Disney, who owns Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar, they put out a Marvel movie about 2 to 3 per year. And no one's talking about Marvel fatigue. Sorry, this doesn't work. Memorial Day. Some people say that movies just don't do well on a Memorial Day. What about Pirates of the Caribbean? It made $138 million on Memorial Day, and that was in 2007. Let's not forget, Solo was projected to make between $150 and $170 million. And oh yeah, The Hangover Part 2 had a better Memorial Day opening weekend than Solo did. What about Kathleen Kennedy? Well, she recently told the New York Times that I have a responsibility to the company that I work with. I don't feel that I have a responsibility to cater in some way. I would never just seize on saying, well, this is a franchise that appealed primarily to men for many, many years, and I therefore owe men something. So this caused a backlash with the Star Wars community. And then you started having a social media boycott of the film. Now this was all in response to the so-called SJW tone in all the Star Wars movie. When you see Solo, you'll know what I'm talking about. Also, the original directors were fired, and they brought in Ron Howard, who had to do a lot of reshoots. The Star Wars franchise, that most people believe was too big to fail, it's been around for about 40 years, is now failing. Most fans say that they want Kathleen Kennedy to be fired. Just like what happened over at DC with Justice League. So, December 2019 is the next Star Wars movie, Episode 9, yet untitled. Will Kathleen Kennedy still be around for that? Because don't forget, if she is, and the stars don't show up to that, then you've now destroyed a $1 billion film. Is Disney going to take that chance? Can they course correct? Well, let me know. Put your comments down below. And if you like Solo, let me know. If you didn't like Solo, also let me know. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button.